As a young teenager, I remember hanging out with my friends and watching gory war films. My therapist just explained that they were my comrades, and we were the child soldiers who pillaged and burned those villages during the war. Trying to wipe the blood from my eyes, and acutely aware I had only a few seconds, I tried to memorize the man's face, build and clothing as he turned and vanished into the night. Details are vital when hunting and executing a witness. A great sadness came over me as I overheard the gossip that tomorrow they plan to let me go, after 27 years of loyal working for the plant. So, I locked the door of the control room and started disabling the reactor cooling circuits. My kidnapper told me I could scream all I wanted, as no one would hear us this far out in the woods. Only then did he notice my fangs start to appear and realize that might not be to his advantage anymore. I found myself lost in nostalgia as I stared at a childhood photo of my daughter. Eventually, I snapped back to reality and put the milk carton down. The thick white fog hisses and presses up against the glass windows, slumps down the old walls of our house. Tears in my eyes, I wrap my arms around my daughter, knowing that something must have gone terribly wrong in the chemical factory over the hill. On the monitor, I can see my husband's cheeky face slowly creeping up to the security cam in an attempt to scare me. I'd laugh, but then I see his torso, arms and legs all separated on the ground in the background. They found out that dark matter made communications instantaneous, regardless of distance. Sadly, we couldn't use it because the screams from outer space caused too much interference. My mom always told me not to go into the basement, but I was mad at her one day and I decided to disobey. Wait, why is mom down here? You know, the human mind is truly a wonderful thing. Especially when you fry it with some fresh grounded salt and buttered fingers. When I was younger, I used to sprint up the stairs as soon as the lights turned off. Nowadays I don't even bother chasing them. I looked into every corner of my room and I couldn't find where the clicky sounds was coming from. Until I looked up. My last girlfriend always got creeped out by the 14 weird dolls I kept on display. I have a new girlfriend now, and she wants me to throw out all 15 of the disturbingly lifelike dolls. Thanks for the gold, kind stranger, I said, as I slowly ripped out his dental implant. I gripped the diamond ring with my left hand and the grenades pin with my right. Whatever her answer, we'll be spending the rest of our lives together. My company has created conscious AIs 47 times smarter than humans. We can never learn too much, because they keep immediately committing suicide. Little Timmy innocently threw a quarter in the well, wishing for universal peace. Every atom in existence stopped clashing into each other, forcing the universe to freeze in peace forever. I found a nail in my tire. I think it was my neighbor. I was sure I'd gotten every bit of him off my car. Every week, I prank my insect-phobic girlfriend with a new creepy crawly in our apartment. By the time I murder her, the neighbors will long be used to the sound of panicked screaming. Exactly 97.3% of the entire human population will die in 3 days was the last thing the entity said to me just before I woke up from my dream. As I groggily unlocked my phone, the CNN alert read developing story, reports of a shared dream from hundreds of millions of individuals causing global panic. My best friend, Felicity, was reported missing 4 days ago and I'm trying to cope with her disappearance. I'm having trouble less with her being gone and more with the fact that the last time I saw her, she was getting in a car with my dad. I was browsing through LavLeak with my friend, Dave, earlier, when we came across a particularly disturbing video, posted a few years ago. It wasn't the fact that Dave actually died in the video that bothered me so much as the fact that I watched myself die, as well. I'm hours away from dying, and I have to die knowing none of my friends or family will attend my funeral. That's the price I paid to attend all of theirs. My date took me on a cruise on his fancy glass-bottomed boat. I didn't know what was scarier, the bloated hands pressed against the glass from below, or their warnings as they pointed to my date. My date has gone to the restroom to freshen up, so while she's away I've emptied the contents of this vial into her drink. She returns, drains the glass and then suddenly bursts into flames, unaware I've laced her cocktail with holy water. As I looked out of my window, I saw a man just standing there. That would have been a lot less creepy if I didn't live on a boat. After a week of intense interrogation and brutal torture, I was ready to spill the beans. When I picked up the scalpel and pulled down his pants, I think the prisoner knew it too. I was scared when I saw my dad chopping wood in the backyard. It scared me even more to see he was using the axe I killed him with. Please like and subscribe, and tap the notification bell icon below to get notified of more Reddit DTS videos. This is RedditJoe channel. Your everyday Reddit.